Much love and abundance to you all. Today we're speaking about what a spiritual awakening is and really what happens in the spiritual awakening process, because we live in amazing times. We live in times where the planet is actually awakening. The planet is actually awakening, and we live in times where we as individuals are actually raising our consciousness, okay? So we have to realize that yes, we have the ability to really raise our consciousness, and we really have the ability to actually throw our consciousness into a higher dimension and really just be awesome from that point on. Now, a spiritual awakening is about opening the energies. The spiritual awakening is really about us stepping into a higher state of consciousness. A spiritual awakening is actually related to life force energy, which is actually Kundalini energy. It is the energy that actually awakens from the bottom of our spine and actually goes up through the chakra system in order for us to really live a more healthy life, in order for us to really be more in tune with each moment, and in order for us to actually awaken to a new potential. Now, in my journey of awakening, I have realized that there are also other states of consciousness available to the human consciousness. And these states of consciousness are in relationship with universal consciousness. These states of consciousness are in relationship with a higher purpose. These states of consciousness are in relationship to us moving higher into the evolution state, moving higher into the evolution scale, in order for us to really begin to see to see the fact that we are actually all one, to see the fact that we are actually all one consciousness, one family, one soul. Okay, now in the spiritual awakening process, you may feel like you are going higher and higher. You may feel like you are going deeper and deeper into your own self. You may feel like you are actually breaking limitations. You may feel like you are actually breaking lower states of consciousness, and you are beginning to actually tap into higher vibrational states of consciousness. You are beginning to tap into a more advanced state of consciousness, because you are actually a chosen one. Okay, you are actually a chosen one. What is a chosen one? A chosen one is someone that has been selected by the universe in order for him to actually awaken and actually also help humanity awaken as well, in order to also help humanity be in a higher state of consciousness, in order to help humanity raise its energy and raise the planet's energy, in order for us to actually step into the new earth, which is actually the fifth dimension. Now, for those who are awakening, this video is actually for you guys, okay? This video is for you to realize that there is a higher vibrational truth that is actually available for the human consciousness. There is actually a higher vibrational perspective that is available for the human being in order for it to actually awaken to a new potential, to a new state of being, in order for him to actually open his senses and actually begin to influence the world with his inner gifts. Okay, a spiritual awakening is also about tapping into our DNA. Okay, tapping into our DNA and actually letting our DNA expand. Okay, there is a process where we go through DNA activation, and DNA activation is really awakening your senses, awakening your chakra system, awakening yourself to a new potential, awakening yourself to a new state of consciousness that will actually allow you to step into your higher self. A spiritual awakening usually happens when we are experiencing low vibrational moments. It usually happens when we are experiencing heartbreak. It happens when we are going through the process called the dark night of the soul. Now, the dark night of the soul is something that the spiritual seeker actually chooses to go through in order for him to actually awaken to his potential. And this is actually really powerful, because in our darkest moments, in our lowest moments, we actually become illuminated. In our lowest moments, we actually see who we really are at a soul level. We see who we really are in our full potential state. And we see the fact that we can actually begin to connect with our higher self in order for us to really expand at a soul level. A spiritual awakening is also about seeing the oneness in this universe, okay? The law of one says that we are actually all one consciousness, one family, one tribe, okay? The more that we awaken our senses is the more that we realize that there is no separation between the inner and the outer world, okay? The inner and the outer are connected. And the more that you see the fact that you can actually open the third eye and actually see the connection between all things, see the connection between all realms of consciousness, see the connection between all ways in which this reality works, is the more that you now awaken your consciousness, and it is the more that now you actually put it into practice in order for you to actually expand at a soul level, in order for you to actually increase your energy, okay? A spiritual awakening happens when we are going through rough moments. A spiritual awakening is something that will actually allow your senses to grow sharper. It is something that will allow your mind to actually perceive a new reality. It will actually allow your mind to make the connection between the inner and the outer, okay? Because the inner and the outer are connected. The observer is not separated from the observed thing, okay? And when we really open this consciousness, we see the fact that we have the power to see the oneness in everything. And this is also related to manifestation, because what we choose to see out there will actually be manifested into our own consciousness, okay? So reality in a way reflects your perception. Reality reflects your state of consciousness. Reality reflects who you are at the present moment. In a spiritual awakening, we also begin to manifest faster, okay? We begin to manifest faster. We begin to really step into our highest potential and actually move forward with love, with peace, with abundance, with power, with strength, with completeness, okay? A spiritual awakening may happen when you are experiencing sadness. A spiritual awakening may happen when you are experiencing a low state of consciousness. A spiritual awakening may happen when you are feeling a heartbreak. And it usually is not easy in a spiritual awakening. It's not easy because we are being challenged to actually let go of everything that is actually holding us back at a soul level. We are being challenged to actually cleanse our physical bodies. We are being challenged to actually cleanse our energy. And we are being challenged to actually step into our higher self and actually express the vision from the inside out, okay? We have to begin to let go. We have to begin to let go, and we really have to step into that full abundant self of ours that wants to express itself, that is in full control, that actually wants to be open to a new potential, okay? A spiritual awakening is nothing more than actually opening yourself to the infinite consciousness of the universe. It's about opening your consciousness in such a way that you actually become everything and everyone, okay? Other people are other version of yourself. Other people are just other versions of you, okay? So when you see the oneness in everything and everyone, you can actually begin to help others expand with you. This is what I do with these messages. I help other people realize their own truth. I help other people question the nature of existence. And I help other people awaken to their own potential. I help other people awaken to that part of themselves that actually wants to be creative, expansive. Okay, we also have to heal in the spiritual awakening process. We have to heal from the inside out. We have to actually express ourselves in such a way that we can actually begin to become our true inner self, okay? So yeah, this is today's message about what the spiritual awakening is. In essence and in short, it is about you becoming aware of yourself. It's about you questioning yourself. It's about you opening yourself to the consciousness of the universe itself, okay? We are being guided, we are being protected, we are being in tune with each moment, okay? There is a higher self theme, and the more that we connect to this higher self of ours, which is actually our inner being, the more that we connect to this higher self, is the more that we can actually begin to step into our mission and actually reveal our potential, okay? The higher self is the self that is always guiding you. The higher self is the self that is always communicating to you through your heart center. The more that you are connected to the self is the more that you are connected to the universe. Okay, so yeah, this was today's message about what a spiritual awakening is. In essence, it's about raising your energy, it's about opening your perception, it's about seeing who and what you are at a soul level, it's about embracing yourself in the process, it's about seeing the fact that reality actually works in a higher vibrational way. Reality is actually connected to everything, and you are connected to everything in existence. The human genome has all life forms in existence within itself. You have everything within yourself. You are the universe itself. All you gotta do is actually recognize this in order for you to step into your full abundant self. Okay, so this was today's video about what spiritual awakening is. It is about moving forward. It is about opening our consciousness. It is about learning how we work in relationship with the universe. Okay, so much peace, guys, and see you on what is coming up next. I also do one-on-one coaching sessions, so if you're interested in working with me, feel free to send me a message and let's step right into the play. If you want to expand your knowledge, if you want to expand your consciousness, feel free to send me a message and let's see what's up. Okay, so this was today's video about what a spiritual awakening is. It was my pleasure, like always. See you on what is coming up next. I love you.